Hey guys, it's the Normies coming at you with a little bit of the Pacific. Season 1, Episode 7. The Pacific. We're using our cell phones to communicate with each other. We're not paying attention to the show or looking up things. If we did, I would get things right more often, and I don't. I still feel bad about the General McCarthy and MacArthur thing.
Chris had COVID.
Missing?
I had COVID. Surge had COVID. We're the buffers. Technically, there's only 3 people in this room. And we're going to be doing this for as long as we can assume we have COVID immunity. And then after that, we'll be back on different tabs.
Just being rugged about
We're the
it.
buffers and the fluffers.
But all of you out there, guys, be safe, please, for the love of God.
It's
Stay
not
at
over
home.
yet.
No. And as we're sitting here watching, but you guys can stay at home. Stay at home, please.
Yes.
Don't do what Johnny Don't does.
Exactly.
Well, last thing we saw was
just meeting people.
Last thing we saw was, dude, I'll take. Hey man, hey bro, that shit was crazy, man. Okay, so I think what's happening right now is our old company, they're gone away. Old dude, Lecky, came back all fucked up because he went to go get
They're on those medical boats.
He was trying to get whatever radio call for his buddy that got shot off.
Oh yeah, he's all.
Where were they?
Internally.
Hoosier.
Hoosiers, they don't know what happened to Hoosier. Hoosier might have died last episode.
Oh, no, for the other guy.
Were they on Peleliu or what was the island?
Peleliu.
Yeah.
Peleliu. And then the new boys, bro, fucking Sledgehammer.
Peleliu.
Yeah, Sledgehammer.
Yeah, I like the nickname. He got
dude. His I like his new little squad. I'm kind of cherishing them a little bit too much, maybe, which is not good because the guy Rami Malek, the guy I forget his name, the character.
Malarkey.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah, I like his character.
No, it's not. It's something else.
No.
I like him and Sledge's camaraderie. Cause like it just came out of the blue, you know what I mean? Cause they were kind of like weird at first, and then like he fell, he grabbed him, and like was like, dude, you're good to go. Let's go.
I mean,
And they're just going. They're just going.
Things. That's a big moment. You know?
Yeah.
And then another thing I really, really also appreciated, which is a big thing in the military, is like you got to be there for your brother all the time. Is that how they share their water? Because that's something that they're just like. I mean, that's just
The
love, bro,
dehydration stuff was super rough, and just knowing that like it's the United States military, which is where we put like most all of our fucking money into, and like they're out here fighting a war, which means that they need every single fucking dollar they can get, and like motherfuckers still can't get water, so it's like wow, because they have to feel the same way too. They're like, we got ships out there, we got airplanes, there's fucking submarines out there, and like we don't have water.
Mm-hmm. That food looked so good. They finally got to have the end of the water. Like I was nourished again. I was replenished just watching them.
Yeah.
A lot of people died. Like they were sorry, Pat. They were running across the battlefield, getting popped off, and they had to eventually just be like, "Look, we can't advance anymore without unacceptable loss of life."
Yeah, it was just like this is like
it was already unacceptable.
We're just turning into a straight like
fodder.
We're going into
crayons.
Did you say meat crayons?
I will out Reddit. I need to get off of Reddit.
Meat crayons.
It's a Reddit group.
Is that like a dick?
Meat crayon?
It's a thing called meat. It's like, you know when your body hits the ground and you meat crayon, like you're.
Oh.
You never seen? You ever heard of that thing?
The fuck's wrong with
like
you?
you smudge the ground with your own.
Like
what
meat
the
crayon.
fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
What is that? What is wrong with you?
It's a Reddit group, man.
Are you on Faces of Death?
Why are you in that Reddit?
I need to get off of Reddit. I actually deleted my account because my obsession was really, really bad. But then I found I can still get on that thing without having an account. It's so bad.
All right. Well, guys, this is not a market substitute. Make sure you support the OG content. Also, feel free to support the normies over on Patreon. Support us on Patreon. You get uncut, you get to watch ahead, and you get skits. We probably won't do a skit about this show because I think that'll be in bad taste. Maybe after the next World War, it'll be okay to do skits about World War II.
The next World War, we won't have any electricity after that bad boy.
So we could do skits about World War I.
So we'll travel the country, putting on stage plays. We'll do it local, you know.
We wear old man makeup and we recount. I remember when Mickey dropped the remote. Right when.
Oh, see, now that's how you would do it pretty tastefully.
Everyone was screaming.
And with that being
I'm gonna
said,
make a compilation of all the other times.
With that being said, I'm hoping for the best for our boys right now because I really, really do adore them and the camaraderie. Because one thing I like about the show is like they're not all cool until the battle. I mean, they're cool, but like when the battle ends is when they're like, all right,
they've been through some shit.
Hold each other, kind of. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let's do this.
Complimented Mickey on his strappy shoes.
Thank you. My furoshikis.
I even complimented this man on his boots.
Played it!
I played it!
Boy, you're all wintered out. It's not snowing yet,
I even got long johns on, man.
Got my long johns on too, baby.
Hey, bro, go to Costco,
Dang.
man. You get shit super cheap.
You're the one that's sitting
Look at
here
my
and
long
worried about
johns.
cold being in here, man. I'm trying to be prepared. It's cold.
I need to get some long
Be
johns.
prepared to
like
spend
neoprene.
half a
I
stack.
don't think I've ever owned a pair of
All
long
right,
johns.
guys, let's.
September 18th, 1944.
By the way, we just passed the anniversary of Pearl Harbor
The
ourselves.
airfield on Peleliu was captured. Looming behind the airfield were high coral ridges that spanned the island.
Oh my god, and
The
they're...
Japanese had created an elaborate system
I heard about this shit.
of fortresses.
Oh
I
shit.
heard about this shit History Channel.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. That you see some of that in letters from Iwo Jima.
Their whole cave system on Peleliu was unbelievable.
Wow.
We had never seen anything like that.
This is kind of like Vietnam, too, right? They had the holes in Vietnam.
Yeah, but they didn't have the case, but they did have the like sneak attacks in the holes and shit.
There was one cave right after another. You had to dig them out one at a time.
Fuck, dude.
So smart using the terrain like that, man.
I
We're
would.
fighting a ruthless enemy, and he'll die before he'll be taken prisoner. So you've got to make sure he dies instead of you. It's something you never forget.
Oh man, this episode's gonna hurt us a bit. Hey, you know what I remember from last episode that really got to me, guys? That dude that was yelling at night, they fucking killed him with a shovel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I gotta go
dude.
pee real quick. I'll be
That
right
was
back.
crazy. I was surprised they even
I
did
think that
that.
he's been Pavlov dog to go pee
I
at
have,
the beginning of the
I
episode.
really have.
It happens to me at the end of episodes.
I like this intro better than the band of B.O.B.
Hey, have you guys seen Dunkirk?
I don't know.
I haven't seen Dunkirk.
Yes,
Dunkirk
Dunkirk
was
is
amazing.
fucking
I
amazing.
want to watch that. I'm
It
gonna,
also
I've not
feels like
seen
a
it.
heart
I'm
attack.
so
say that,
angry.
dude.
I'm so
That'd be
angry
like-
I didn't
that'd
go
be
see
another-
Tenet in 70 millimeter.
Bro,
Oh.
me and Marquetta saw it at the fucking IMAX, and it was
Man!
Oh!
When did you see it?
at IMAX
When?
it came out.
Dunkirk.
When Christopher Nolan puts out an IMAX movie, you go see it. Them's the
Yeah.
rules.
I know,
Yeah, I
but
should have done that.
I
And Tenet, too.
tried,
Yeah.
but every time like it was
yeah,
like
you know what,
just
Chris?
wasn't-
That
Dunkirk was insane.
Chris, that's probably the most true statement I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
Another thing I liked last episode was when he explained to Sledge why they fight.
Yeah.
Sledge was like, I'm scared as hell, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
we're all
really
scared.
good. He's like, anybody that's not scared here, he's well, I knew where he's dead.
Sir, do you have 3 pillows? Can I have one?
You have one.
Oh.
Yay.
You want
Melly
apple?
Otis, bro.
You want apple?
Dice.
Nah, man. Apple's too cute.
Oh.
Tim Van Patten.
Hey,
I'll take apple.
I know we keep making fun of Rami Malek as Mr. Robot in this, but
I don't make
Mr.
fun
Robot
of
was a fantastic show, and everybody needs to watch it.
I
Season
still,
4
yeah.
I still wanna watch
I
it.
just want to say, Rami Malek
Alright, we're on,
has
y'all.
so much range.
Look how smaller. It is smaller.
He does have range, right?
Continues to shrink.
Back at fucking
Peleliu.
Peleliu.
Stupid.
I played that island in a game. I think it was World
The
of
Umar broke all this.
He's the one doing it.
Bro, this dude changed. He started smoking cigarettes now.
He's the one who's breaking the charcoal.
5, 10.
Is that the amount
I
of
think
days?
that's 20 right there.
Like 20.
20 days.
Maybe days, or maybe people he's killed. I don't know.
Maybe 20 days.
We said that they stayed there for 30 days.
I don't think he's the kind of person that would count how many kills he would get.
you're right. That's that old guy who was practicing stabbing.
Is that weird that that's some shit that I do?
Wolf. No.
Never run when you can walk. Never walk when you can stand. Never stand when you can sit. Never sit when you can lay down. Never lay down when you can sleep. And never pass a supply of clean water. Amen.
That old dude's a badass, bro. He like stabbed that one dude in the back of the neck. He's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You show 4950. I do. Good. Wake me up in 20 minutes. Will do, sir.
I mean, those power naps are on point though sometimes.
It's gonna be a heavy 20.
I've done that before.
Hit that REM sleep immediately.
When I worked at Maslows, I used to take
Cat
every
naps work,
break
man.
in my car. Straight sleep.
I used to sleep at the gas station I used to work at for my ex-girlfriend.
Heard about it.
He thought I was doing drugs.
I used to sleep on the toilet. It was when I was in basic training, man. Like you had like you had 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You just go in the bathroom, be like, I take a shit, just pop back.
That's honestly, I would do it too if I needed it.
Shit, I sleep in the closet and have our battle buddies watch me.
They're heading back there like this?
Yeah. No, they're coming back and they're going out.
They both look to be about in the same shape.
You're up, boys.
Come on, man.
Colonel.
No, sir. Jesus. Imagine going in and like seeing the condition of people coming out. Like,
We got it.
Jesus.
Oh no!
Oh shit, it's our boy, bro.
is he dead?
No,
How you doing?
he's fucked up.
Let's go.
He's not good. Damn. Thought he'd be around for a minute, young William
His leg
Stryker.
looks
He
like
got
it's
his leg
gone,
blown
bro.
off, yeah.
Shit.
You could be alive, bro, but once your leg is gone, you just...
Dude played William Stryker in X-Men Days of Future Past.
That's who it was, wasn't he? I knew he was from X-Men.
A young one.
Yeah,
I thought he played Cyclops for some odd reason, but he plays with William Stryker.
Field of fire in defense of his country. What kind of man has already served his country as a soldier in the Philippines way before Pearl Harbor, and volunteers to fight the Japs as a Marine in the islands of the Pacific, suffering horrible wounds while killing countless savage Japs in the key battle at Guadalcanal?
You'd support him, though. Don't worry.
A fighting man
You gotta do
like
this.
no other.
It hurts so
Winner of
bad.
the Congressional Medal of Honor,
So
America's own Sergeant John Basilone.
Surprised there hasn't been like a.
I don't know if you guys know this or like whatever, but like he was the first U.S. Marine to ever get the Medal of Honor. Yeah.
I'm surprised there hasn't been like a movie about him or like a biography about him.
Yeah. And he was a badass in his own right.
Oh, Shane. Oh, bro. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh.
Damn, he's been there all day. Well.
Ow, you see
those
his
fucking
bloody
hurt
grip?
too,
Ow,
man.
dude.
Oh god, just even the start of like a golf blister that hurts like hell. I can't even imagine that.
I'm so surprised you guys golf so much. I've never.
I've only been to Top Golf and driving range once or twice with this man.
Hey man, I'm not gonna knock the sport. I just can't do it.
Golfing is so fun.
Oh, I'm terrible.
It's so
But
fun.
it's
Can't
fun.
do it. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's the funnest sport. You get to ride around the car, you
like
can get
mini
drunk.
I've never done the riding around the cart in this hot sun thing. I've
But,
only
like,
done the
I'm
driving.
gonna
But you
commit
have constant
felonies.
shade. You
I don't
can
wanna do
have a
it.
cold beer. Like, bro, it's
Once
so
I'm in the
fun.
once I'm in the 1%,
It's
I
it's the
will.
only sport you can play wasted. And it's
Once I'm in the 1%, I'll have my golf Sundays with other, you know,
It's looking like a late night battle, y'all.
Clay Davis
I
types.
hate you later.
the fuck?
Is that guy just...
Is he just ninjaing it? Oh
Damn.
my god. What happened?
What was that? What happened?
What the fuck is going on up there?
How long you people been doing this? You don't get out of your fucking hole at night?
It was a friendly.
Because this is what happens.
It was a friendly?
Yeah.
One of us gets tired. One of us gets lazy. One of us doesn't keep his
No, there was a
engine
Japanese soldier right there.
This.
Oh, maybe he killed the Japanese soldier and then he shot him when
Yeah.
he came out.
No, he shot the friendly. There was a Japanese by Damn, he they just shot- lost
Two of their own like that.
What kind of asshole shoots the guy? Huh? An asshole like you.
Jesus.
God, man, it's just like
Out of nowhere, bro.
pop off whenever.
Plant your boys behind that bunker.
So Sledge really shot friendly fire there?
No, Sledge didn't shoot anybody.
Okay. I thought it was his bullet.
No, he didn't. It was somebody else. He was aiming for him, but then somebody else across shot before he did. That's what I thought I saw happen.
Yeah, he would have taken that shot.
Ooh, ooh.
Chaps in the bunker.
Listen to
Double
Sledge.
check
You just throw another grenade in there just to be safe, man.
Could be friendly fire again though. You
If they already cleared it, they would not be expecting this. So they don't know that they're all interconnected yet, like all the caves. Yep.
Throw a grenade in there, dude.
Did his helmet get hit? Oh no.
Wait for it.
Oh no.
Oh shit, he threw it!
Go!
He rolled in there, that was the only... Oh. Fuck!
Oh my
He
God.
shot the wounded person?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my God. There's your sword.
There's the sword.
Oh!
The thing.
Shoot him again, bro.
His face is like burned.
His sight's still fixated at him.
Dude. That's terrifying. They come at you with a fucking sword.
God.
And they're trained how to use it too, man.
Holy shit.
That's fucking horrific.
My God. You're still in there. Just flaming them out now.
They used to do that too. They wouldn't shoot them afterwards. They would just let them burn.
Wow.
Bro, that's gotta be like the worst way to go, like
Saving
burning
Private
alive.
Ryan.
Yeah, dude, just give him mercy. Give him mercy at that point, bro.
Why don't they just surrender? Because they're Japs. We're gonna have to root them out one by one.
Oh no.
Fucking rats.
I mean, there were Japanese soldiers that were holed out for like 5-10 years after the war.
Yeah.
Because the communication never came to them that the war was over, so they just held out.
I think one of them held out to like the 80s.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
for like
There's
20
an
years.
episode about it.
Like they were told the war was over, and they're like, nope.
Yep,
I
yeah.
haven't gotten any word from my commanding officer.
Yeah, I don't believe it. Yeah. Day after day, like, this is your 9 to 5.
They're all just so lucky. Whoever stays alive is just super lucky it wasn't them.
Pure luck.
Any second, someone can just get hit.
I know.
It's just so tense. Oh, Lord!
Well, God, what's he doing?
Losing his shit too. There ain't no hustling back with this motherfucker, man.
How are they gonna live through taking it back?
God.
He's done, he's shot.
Every episode has been like mostly just relentless warfare, man. There's like very, very little down periods in the show.
I missed the Australia episode.
The only break you're gonna get.
Let me help. Come on. Let's get you out of here.
He looks so frail now.
Damn. Wow. The acting though, he turns quick.
Like, he just looked like an old frail man now.
Did you see Amy?
He's from World War One.
I shit myself.
I mean,
I fucking shit myself. You guys are fucking nuts.
Reasonable. Anyone would have if you were right about to, right?
Yeah. I ain't mad at you. Just go take a sip.
It's just a trail of shit leading where he was.
Ralmie's hilarious.
I mean, sometimes, bro, you just gotta laugh at that shit.
What else could? Yeah, at that point, there's like no judgments there. It's like you don't have to be embarrassed at all for doing anything.
I mean,
He's like, why is he so dog shit him?
Good
They look like
God,
they're
that dude's
sleeping.
top of his head is just missing.
Oh god.
Wait, top of whose head?
He was a dead Japanese dude.
It was like a fucking that Hannibal scene where he takes off the top of the head.
Someone throwing rocks in. Oh god.
Fucking snafu.
Snafu. Oh my god. This is graphic as hell, dude.
Yo, man, Remy fucked up over here.
Man, how are you supposed to go back to regular life after this?
Yeah, you just don't. Yeah, you're not.
Falling back with some chap gold.
You don't want to do that. Why not? I saw you do it.
There's no
Wait,
going back.
I don't want to.
You shouldn't do it.
There's no going back. You're still a good boy.
Yeah, man, good.
Whatever he's got to tell you so that you don't further dehumanize another person that is going to ruin you in the future.
Dude, these actors playing the dead bodies too. Like, just. They don't flinch.
I'm glad he didn't cut out the teeth.
Yeah.
That boy wouldn't have been right after that.
Bro, I don't even want to even. They have drills and shit for that. Like, God, pulling out some steel is going to be fucking.
With a
gross,
just,
worst.
I can't.
This shit makes me want to start smoking.
There's like.
I know.
For real, bro.
You got your cigarette prop.
Oh, I gave him away.
There's like 2 people left that I recognized in the whole entire squad. Oh, he's still there?
He just got shell shocked a little bit. You know what I mean?
They're damn near the same age now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where are we going now?
Where are we going back?
Back to Guadalcanal?
That was already.
Oh, these are the 2 chill islands. Like the medical one that like you spent on there and where everybody first met everybody.
Ladies? Nurses?
Holy shit, there's
lemonade. Orange juice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Here you are.
Thank you, ma'am.
Looks like some good ass.
Hi, welcome back. Good to see you.
That's nice of them.
Okay, Marine. You've had your look-see. Now move along.
It's hard to believe. You don't know what he's been through, dog. He's like, okay, stay for a few more seconds.
The contrast of like complete normalcy after all that shit. Damn.
Sledge has changed.
Yeah,
already,
he's
Hey, that's where I'm trying to be
he's
at.
like a hard ass now, dude. Sledge has changed in just days. Like, I mean, a few weeks.
I think they said they were trying to take Peleliu for 30 days.
Yeah, he crossed out 20 when we saw in his hand or whatever, or the book.
A month can just completely change you.
Oh my god, that sounds so good.
Right?
I don't know about all that, though, man. We get into like a.
Do you mean the ocean, butt ass naked, where you came from?
Yeah.
I don't like the salt water, bro.
You like lake water?
You mean where we came from? Like, it's like a. Like
The primordial ooze.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I like potable water.
So my phone.
Those.
Hello.
My phone died, so
Pat,
I'm
are
gonna charge
you
it
there?
during this discussion.
Okay. That looked very comfortable at the end, though. I would love to have gotten in the water with you.
Yeah, the water was nice.
Pat, are
but,
you there? Can you guys hear Pat?
What happened to
Yeah.
I didn't get.
I can hear Pat.
It's over here.
Yeah, I didn't get the women aspect like of giving them tea. What was the point of that? Like that. Like, is that supposed?
It would feel good, like lift your spirits. You know,
Yeah.
coming home, you're like, oh look, like a pretty girl. Like that exists still.
Yeah. Or maybe I don't know.
It was meant to be a pick me up, but it could come off as like hokey a little too. But I saw the good intentions in it.
Yeah, I did too. But it was. That shit was.
Ooh, lordy. Yeah, I don't even know, like, what the discussion about this episode is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, we saw a man getting rocks thrown into his brain. We saw another man almost shit himself to death. And then, like, it's... literally, there's nothing to say about this episode aside from the things that happened and how fucked up they are, and I think that's how you're meant to feel.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, can you tell Pat that my phone died?
Yeah. Here, he can maybe hear you on mine.
Okay, hey, sorry, my phone died, Pat, but the events of the Pacific and just this show in general, like I said, like there's been very little like downtime and moments of. I mean, like earlier in the show there was a lot of dialogue, but the past few episodes, it's just been like one massive set piece. It's just been relentless warfare. So yeah, there's really, I mean, a lot happened, but there's not much to talk about because it was just like death.
Yeah,
it was just mostly just death.
One of the biggest takeaways I've gotten from this episode and like comparing with the other episodes is just like there were a lot of different conflicts in the Pacific War, and like a lot of different regiments, a lot of different groups were there, and they were like no one group had it any worse, no one group had it any better. Yeah. They all dealt with the war in the Pacific in like such a treacherous way. You just don't know. I would have rather been the first group that went, or I would have rather been the second group that in. Because, like, for example, Lecky's group went through fucking hell.
Guadalcanal.
In the beginning of Guadalcanal. Like, it was there. I mean, we're just talking about just unbelievable. And now we look at Sledge's group right now, who's just like, fuck the caves. Dude.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
It's just every single event that's passed, it's just like, you have to ask yourself, this has to be the worst. Like, how could it ever get any worse than this? And then the Japanese were like, well.
And there's that moment when they got back to the airfield. And he was like, oh, hey, remember when we're back over here at this airfield? And he was like, oh, no, I don't really remember that. Like, taking that airfield was dangerous and treacherous, and people were running across it getting killed, and they came back to it to, like, post it. It was like, yeah, well, it's like they're, like, gaining, like, these little tiny pieces of ground. And it's, like, moving step by step by step closer and closer to Japan itself. But it's not like they're doing these leaps and bounds, and it's slow moving, and it's fucking terrible. God,
it's just wild to like imagine all the island warfare, just trying to get these footholds and these airstrips and these bases just inch closer and closer and closer. So, like, you still get that feeling of progression, but it's like a heavy, what feels like heavier loss of life. I don't know the stats if the Western Front was worse as far as like American casualties.
We'll be able to find out.
Eastern. But it seems like this is like scores of people are getting killed.
The lack of care.
I'm gonna Google that
for like life and just like anything in general in this area is just, it's just savage. I mean, I'm just seeing bodies of like American and Japanese soldiers like left and right,
scorched to a skeleton,
desecrated.
Well, think about all of the like. I mean, this is a lot of ocean warfare. So think about all the ships that like
the Indianapolis
sank. Like in Guadalcanal, they had to steal those resources because they. I mean, like I think we had a lot of resources, but a lot of it sank. You know, like literally we ran.
It's just. It was, I don't know, man, just going through and just like seeing, I mean, obviously Snafu is just
all right
being the way he is.
Somebody remember this number.
It's fucked up.
So in the amount of U.S. troops dead or missing in the Pacific and Southeast Asia was 41,000. Now let me go check in Japan. Or, missing or dead, as in KIA or MIA.
Oh, you couldn't find the body.
So 41,000. And I'm gonna look up
throughout the whole
Europe
war,
now.
or is that like
Pacific?
Just in the Pacific. And in Europe,
for all the years that it happened, or was that like
all of the years? I think.
Hold on. Well, that can't be right. That looks like a summation of all. Anyway, keep going.
So I think what this show really does better than Band of Brothers is show the transformation and the progression of all of its three main characters.
Their psyche.
Like, even John Basilone is at home just golfing all day, hitting the shit, because he knows that it could have just as easily been any other person getting the Medal of Honor. He could have just as easily died, you know? Like, why does he deserve it over all the other people?
It's just like his adrenaline
happen to not make it out.
Yeah.
And so he's dealing with the PTSD in a realistic way. Lecky came into the war kind of optimistic to be, like, documenting it and be like this journalist dude. Now he's out, like, horrified. And Sledge came in kind of similar to Lecky, where like, I want to do my part to help, and I know, like, I understand what it will cost. Like, he came in like thinking he would understand.
Straight laced. He's religious. He was like a good.
Like
if there wasn't war around, he'd be like the good kid.
His family's from that quintessential American old school family. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna fight for my country.
Like family. They probably had family that fought in previous American wars. You know what I mean?
Like,
he said, yeah,
like he was doing his duty as an American, and like you can just tell how jaded he is now to everything, and it is so believable because we literally saw this boy fresh and green
and wanted to go, even though I wonder if he wish he would have stayed home. 100,000 plus in Europe.
Okay,
so way more. Caddy, you ain't said shit. Fair enough.
Sledgehammer was chewed up and spit out. Now
if I saw any one of you,
hey, what'd you guys think about Remy actually stopping him from taking the gold?
Like, the brain matter.
Like did he know like if he takes that gold, he's just gonna be just as bad as Remy?
Hold on, Mickey.
Oh,
what?
I think what he was, Pat. I do agree that like Snafu kept him. Snafu was. Pat said, "Why did Snafu keep Sledge from taking the gold out of his mouth?"
Because it's like that extra step of like you don't want to go past that line.
Because I think like it's helped to dehumanize like Snafu. Like he's fucked, and like he probably doesn't look at like life and death the same way. And he's like, like he's probably himself. He's like, when I crossed that line, like it was a bit much, and he doesn't want Sledge to do it.
It's one thing.
They still got to deal with it.
It is the most
He's
human
still
thing we've seen
gold,
him
man.
do.
Have you guys, outsiders, man, say gold, Pony Boy. You know what I mean? He's still gold. He hasn't done that yet.
Yeah,
you know?
it's one thing to
start
like
smoking cigarettes.
It's one thing to like shoot at somebody, but like to dig inside their mouth with a knife, like that's very intimate. Like that will fuck you up. I feel like that'll fuck you up way more than like shooting at somebody.
Knife work is always more intimate, in my personal opinion, because when you're just pressing a button.
You call it knife work? What do you?
There's a difference
is that another Reddit?
and violence.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Marquetta?
There's a difference between self-defense and violence.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yes. 100%.
Exactly, Marquetta.
And like
that's the best way to put it. There's a difference between self-defense and violence.
And they talk about how like serial killers like start on animals. Like there's no reason for you to cut a man's gums out and to get the gold. Like sure, that's a little bit of money, but like just like there's no reason to do it. You know what I mean? Like the monetary value really isn't there, and like you got to be doing it because like you're feeling like hatred and anger, and you're scared, and these fucking Japanese people are running up on you guys like in the middle of the night, and you can't sleep. So like
you can't shit.
You're not doing it because you're like this is gonna help us win the war, or like this. You're doing it because like you're fucked up and you want to take out your frustrations, and like
that guy who was just cutting into him while the Japanese soldier was alive.
That's
Yeah, I like what you said though about Snafu. That was like his one most human thing we've seen him do is try to not have Sledge go completely over the line because he's already like integrated pretty well. He starts smoking cigarettes. He does the next thing. Then who knows where he'll stop?
Yeah.
If he start cutting out the dude's gold teeth, like then he's gonna be one of those dudes that's just like stabbing the guy.
And ideally, you want to come home, and like I know that there's some people who can do that shit and bottle it up and be fine, but most people probably can't motherfucking dentist work on somebody's mouth with a knife and then still be able to like be a regular person back at home.
Even the seasoned vet who was like, he looked like he was like the psycho old dude that would go ape shit. Like
to his clothes out when it started raining
was pretty powerful. It was a pretty powerful moment.
Which I think that's great to show that even if you are fucking Rambo, you're a badass. That like the movies depict that shit like you just gotta deal with it. But like that dude's like he was embodying that badassness, and then he had his moments when he breaks down. And still, once again, if he survives, he has to come home. And when he comes home, like you still have to have those quiet moments alone. You still got to deal with that shit, like one way or fucking another. So like,
you got to be alone with your thoughts.
And along with the actions that you did, like back when you didn't have to do that shit.
So can somebody explain to me who was that guy with the blue shirt at the beginning and the fucking safari hat asking for flags and stuff?
It looks like they were building stuff. They were helping to build the runway, so they could have been. Is that the Army Corps of Engineers that did that?
I think he was from a different like sect of the army.
Like he was a builder.
Yeah.
So he's not a fighter, and he's talking to the fighters about getting like shit from them to be like, have a trophy.
Like he hadn't been in the battles, and he was just like, hey, anybody find
I don't know why I got so fucking angry at him.
I would have been pissed off if I was.
He was a tourist.
Yeah. And then especially when you get charged with a sword later on, like that night, like this.
But also, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he doesn't know yet that like shit's like that out there.
I'm sure he didn't mean like bad by it, but like it came across like bro. Like, shut the fuck up.
And neither did those like nurses and that guy who was like in charge of them saying like, all right, take your look, soldier, move on.
Yeah.
They don't really know, but then like that one look, like Sledge just like looked at him.
Like, he's like, oh, okay,
all right.
I wonder what Sledge thinks about like religion now, because he was like very, very religious.
Well, we had what was his name, Lecky. He like kind of gave up on religion all the way. So
where's old Leck?
I think like knowing about war and like I think there's people who go to war and are like able to hold on to like their religion even harder. I feel like if I went to war, I would just be like, fuck it all. Like just fuck like I don't know how you don't become like a huge, crazy, jaded pessimist. Like once you see the worst that humanity can do to, and like we all know about it, but like just the fucking fact that all that can exist and you're supposed to like, if you're like believing in the Christian guy, like, oh, there's this higher power that like, God, it's all the good in the world. And it's like, okay, sure.
And then,
like just when a dude was like, those Japanese people were made by God, so like we're gonna go put a bullet through his fucking brain. Like, does it even matter? That dude with his head fucking cut the fuck open, getting rocks thrown in his brain. Where's God? And like, you supposed to go through all that and then show up to Sunday mass? Fuck me, man. Like how?
No.
Where'd my Lecky go?
Yeah, we haven't seen Lecky at all this episode.
I think he's out, man. I think
I think those guys are gone.
I think they're
it's the last of the old batch. Like even seeing the young William Stryker guy when he strolled out, I'm like, I almost forgot he was there. And like flashbacks of Rodriguez, what's his name? John Bernthal. Yeah. Like, damn, there were so many people already in and out of this war. We're not even with the same platoon anymore. We're still losing folks left.
We didn't talk about the captain's death.
Yeah, that sucks.
That was a very bold call to do it off camera.
I think I agree with Surge. That's not sometimes how it is, man. Sometimes you're sitting there, you're waiting, you're waiting for an order. The next thing you know, something bad happens. You're just like, oh shit.
The guy you can just tell by his face is like, oh boy, what happened? Like,
how many more episodes are left?
I can't
2 or 3?
emotionally. Like, this is fucking.
I'm gonna have a big question at the end of next episode.
This shit is really draining.
Yeah, and. It was really. I think that was the first time Sledge actually shed tears on. I don't remember.
I think so.
It was shed tears because
fucking
that happened.
Are they gonna show the bombing?
Yeah, that's probably.
I don't think
that's how
so.
the war ends.
I think they'll narrate like how it ends.
Oh, I want them to show it. I think they should show it.
Yeah.
Because I think that
what is their show? You mean just like show it happening?
They might show the actual footage because we have like when they dropped it like the aerial footage.
So let's not have this discussion now. I want to have it at maybe the end of the next episode. But I do want to know if you guys think we should have still did it.
No.
I mean, I already know what I'm gonna say.
I want to know.
All right, well let's move on.
I'm looking forward to that because I got into a huge argument at school about it.
Yeah, I don't know how to say about that. I'm kind of like 50 on it. I kind of agree with Payne, and I kind of don't agree with Payne.
What'd you say, Pat?
I thought, doesn't there say an episode? You think the next one's going to be about that?
No. I mean, it's going to that has to be the last episode.
At some point, we make the call where we're like, all right.
Just fuck them
Let's just, So.
Well, they did.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be
we did it twice, guys.
Yeah, I said, man, I have like my...
Anyway,
if we didn't do it, man, I mean, like, shit, we wouldn't.
If we
mad. Mutually assured destruction.
All right. We will see you guys at the next one.
Bye.